everybody, still very cold in the garage. Last throes of winter. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. Pete's here. Gary's here. Yeah. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow around the dining room table. A little table talk. The jeremycordeaux.com live streaming radio show. 3 hours of interesting stuff. Here's one for the books. Not the holy book, you understand, but certainly the record books. The Daily Mail in London reports that a driver has been told by his insurance company that unless he removes the signs on his car which reference Jesus Christ, they will cancel his insurance policy. An unobtrusive sign, or I suppose more like lettering, on the side of his Nissan Pixo. I don't know what that looks like even, but anyway, it's a Nissan Pixo. It says simply, Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. The insurance company says no. It's his car, he's the owner. I mean, that's crazy. But when you read more closely, apparently the insurance company says that the sign increases the risk of vandalism on his car because Jesus loves you is likely to cause people of other religions to damage your car. This is in what used to be Christian England. God, is this what the world is coming to? People come to your country, accept your hospitality, and then turn on you because you're a Christian. You try doing that in some other part of the world. Wouldn't get you far. Now, Pete gave me this story, and thank you for that, Pete, about an immigrant from Zambia. Now, I find this hard to believe. This guy, with a record as long as your arm, had sexually abused a 3-year-old child, and despite his record, had his residency reinstated by Tony Burke. Listen to this. Believe it or not, an African immigrant who abused a 3-year-old child has been allowed to stay in Australia because he would face significant hardship if he was deported to Zambia. I would perhaps hope so. A tribunal restored his visa using a direction maintained by the Immigration Minister Tony Burke, a violent African criminal who sexually abused a 3-year-old boy and his 9-year-old niece, has been spared deportation and jail after a tribunal heard that he would suffer significant hardship if forced to return to Zambia. The child sex offender is 42 years old. He had his visa cancelled in May due to having almost 100 criminal convictions, but successfully appealed the decision to the Administrative Review Tribunal, the ART, in Perth. This was last week, where he was granted anonymity for legal reasons. All of this is thanks to the Immigration Minister, Mr. Tony Burke. This controversial ministerial direction, it's 110, has remained unchanged since 2024, despite enabling hundreds of criminals to avoid deportation. And listen to this, the same African refugee also abused his disabled 9-year-old niece. He is going to stay in Australia because he also argued that he would lose access to the NDIS if he was deported. Now listen, the minister won't talk to me. Tony Burke won't talk to me. But he should talk to somebody to explain this decision. Wouldn't you think that would be only fair and reasonable? Oh, by the way, the committee set up by Labor just recently to suggest a better way to run the NDIS. After 13 years, they've suddenly decided it might be a good idea to have a look at a better way to run the NDIS. Anyway, this committee has advised the government that another bureaucracy is needed to oversee the corrupt, incompetent organisation. More cost, more rubbish, more waste, more incompetence, more corruption. Oh, for God's sake, give me a break. Give me a break. And now I've heard just about everything. Well, I don't know what you think of this. You might like to give me a call tomorrow and tell me. Popular wisdom. I'm in favour of popular wisdom. There's a ring of truth about it. Popular wisdom was that milk was great for kids. You know, calcium, good for building bones, strong teeth. Now we're told it's a killer. It's a killer. They say that more than 2 cups of cow's milk a day can be fatal for a toddler. My God. Apparently it's got something to do with iron deficiency, which leads to anemia or something. It's a tough gig being a parent. You just wouldn't know what was the right thing to do. Who would have thought more than 2 cups of cow's milk a day could be putting your child's life in danger? I've never heard of such a thing in my life. And have they only just discovered this? How long have kids been drinking milk? When we could afford it, which was not all that often, my brother and I, Christopher and I, we would always drink milk, encouraged to drink milk. God, we were given milk every day at school. Well, it had been left out in the sun and wasn't always okay, and sometimes in the winter you'd go along and take the thing out of the crate and a bird had come along and pecked a hole in the top, but that didn't matter. But we drank. The idea was that the public good for kids was best served by encouraging them to drink milk. What the hell is going on? Speaking of the absurd, Antonio Guterres. Antonio, the head of the United Nations, is about to step down. The UN was established in 1945. We had a lot to say originally. I think it was Doc Everett. Now, he was a real lefty. Whoa. Oh, yes. He helped set the whole thing up in the beginning. We were heavily involved since the beginning. Anyway, Antonio Climate Warrior Guterres is about to step down. The question is, who's going to take his place? The rumour has it that it will be a South American, because they reckon it's about their turn. Is that how it works? They just sort of take it in turns?
The head of FIFA will be looking for a job soon.
Who?
The head of FIFA.
Oh, FIFA. Oh, yeah. Yes. Now, they also say that it should be a woman. Well, of course it should be a woman. There never has been a woman. I don't know why. But who cares? I don't know why Australia is still involved. I don't know why the United Nations is still thought to be relevant. Its sole purpose was to prevent wars, settle arguments, be a peacekeeper, you remember? A mediator? Hasn't done anything like that successfully for more years than I can remember. Time to go! It's costing us nearly $100 million a year to belong to this thing. Why would we do it? We only tend to get criticism from these bastards. I don't know. I hope to do something more on this tomorrow. Well, let me give you a bit of background. 136,000 brumbies went with our diggers to the First World War. Only one of them came back. Only one. The rest were turned loose, but mostly shot. I think we owe it to the Brumbie who lives in the highlands of New South Wales and Victoria to survive and indeed thrive. They're a national icon. There's a Member of Parliament in New South Wales, Tanya Thompson. She's a member of the Legislative Council, which is the upper house in New South Wales. She is a National Party member. She delivered a most stirring speech to Parliament and put four, it was a long rambling thing, she put four pertinent questions on the record in Hansard forever, which will be, I hope, a forever embarrassment to the New South Wales government who has allowed the slaughter of these beautiful creatures. I don't think that her questions could be answered by the clowns who ordered the Brumbie killings, which continue. Anyway, I'm endeavouring to get Tanya Thompson on the show tomorrow. I hope to do that. Lots of elderly people would sell up their homes, big old homes with, too many bedrooms and so forth, move to a smaller house, except for greedy, stupid governments and their policies. It's a no-brainer. The problem is that people, quite rightly, do not want to pay the stamp duty that they would be up for in downsizing. You want people to downsize? Encourage, don't penalise. No-brainer. Speaking of no-brains, Chris Bowen spent nearly $400,000 of our money, your money, my money, $400,000 on a global trip promoting net zero. 47 days. I don't know what the maths per day would be. 47 days. It cost us $400,000. He roamed the world saying, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Are we totally mad? Why do we put up with this rubbish? There's a lot of chest beating over... Pete, how much time have I got?
Yeah, you're okay.
I wanted to talk about recycling. Soft plastics. These are the plastics that they put around chocolates and just about everything that you can think of that you buy from a supermarket and a hardware store, everywhere else. All kinds of stuff. There are initiatives to do something, but in a very complicated way, to reduce the damage that these soft plastics do to the environment. Well, I'm all for that. In all the stories that I've seen, not one single thought has been given to going to the cause of the problem instead of treating the effect. This is just simply this. Don't wrap things in plastic. We didn't. We don't have to. That's how you fix the problem. You don't need a multi-million-dollar industry to try and cope with the problem. You need to prevent the problem occurring in the first place. You don't need to wrap things in plastic. It's not complicated. There is no reason in the world why everything cannot be as it was before, when we did not have this problem of plastic pollution. Pretty damn basic, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty damn basic. I remember, I'd go down to, in Strathfield in New South Wales, and there was Warmold's. It was crossed between a hardware store and a grocer. Everything you got in bulk. You had a paper bag, you had a string bag. You just got things. It was no big deal. Anyway. Happy birthday if you're having a birthday. August the 13th. William Gray of Hartford, Connecticut, patents the coin-operated telephone. Who was the multi-billionaire who installed a coin-operated telephone in his home in case a guest wanted to make a phone call? Paul Getty. I'm pretty sure it was Paul Getty.
It was smart.
Paul Getty. He would not let you use his phone. You used the pay phone in the hall. Well, you don't get to be a billionaire for nothing.
Had no women friends at all.
No. Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Oh, they like using a phone.
Oh.
They like chatting.
There are a few stories about John Paul Getty's dalliances. We might go into that later.
Indeed.
1889 was the year that the coin-operated phone was patented. Invention of stainless steel by Harry Brearley of Sheffield, England. Because Sheffield, of course, is famous for stainless steel. 1913, what an invention. 1971, W.O. Bentley, English engineer and motoring pioneer who founded Bentley Motors, dies at the age of 82. 71 was the year. John Logie Baird, Scottish inventor and father of television, born in Scotland, 1888. He died in 1946. The man who our TV awards, the Logies, are named after. Yes, absolutely, the Logies. Elvis Presley releases the music single Don't Be Cruel, 1956. Wow, okay. Revolutionaries imprison French royals, including Marie Antoinette, 1792, soon for the guillotine. Huh? Alfred Hitchcock, English film director, Psycho, The Birds, Rear Window, Vertigo, born in 1899 on this day. He died in 1980. British actress Joan Collins, 38, divorces second husband, British actor and singer-songwriter Anthony Newley. What was his biggest song? Tony Newley? Oh, no, he had lots of, he was 39, she was 38. After 8 years of marriage, she gave him the shove. He's no longer with us. I think she is still with us. 1971 was the year. I was just getting into my first back in 1971.
Stop bragging.
No, well, yeah. Florence Nightingale, I love you. British nurse who revolutionised nursing during the Crimean War, dies at the age of 90. The year was 1910. The Battle of Britain. Oh, wow. Hermann Goering, Eagle Day. He initiated Eagle Day. The offensive takes place intending to destroy the Royal Air Force. 48 German aircraft are shot down. The RAF loses 22. 1942, the Manhattan Project commences under the direction of the US General Leslie Groves with the aim of developing the atomic bomb. 1942, they successfully dropped it on Japan in 1945. Round about this time. Construction of the Berlin Wall begins in East Germany in 1961. Annie Oakley, Pete? Annie Oakley, American sharpshooter, Buffalo Bill's Wild Bill Show, or Wild West Show, was born in North Star, Iowa. She died in 1926, but she was born in 1860 on this day.
A very good shot.
A very good shot. Used to shoot these glass balls. Sort of got 98 out of 100 or something. Amazing woman. August 13. The start of the Maya calendar, according to the correlation, 3114 BC, August 13. The last broadcast of the Waltons on CBS television, Good Night, John Boy, 1981. I think we'll leave it there. I think that's right. Oh, first taxi cabs. Imported by Harry N. Allen, operate in New York City. This day in 1907. No taxi cabs before this day in 1907 in New York City. Thank you very much for being with us. I look forward to your company tomorrow. I've got to get that show together quickly. I tend to leave things to the last minute, but that's good because you never know what's going to pop up. And you've got to be prepared, spontaneous. Thank you for viewing the Court of Public Opinion. Bless your heart, believe in yourself, and goodbye for now.